Your trauma explains what happened to you, but it doesn't get to decide who you become. Healing doesn't happen overnight, but every step towards God is a step away from the chains of your past. If He can restore me, then He can restore you. Welcome back, beautiful people. I hope you guys are having a great week so far. If you are new here, my name is Jonathan, and I like to talk about my testimony, personal growth, and helping people trust God more every single day. So, we're going to be making one last playlist. This playlist is going to be based on trauma. Now, I know it's a big subject and a lot of people like to talk about, but I know that when we talk about the uncomfortable part is the part that actually makes us grow. So, we're going to be talking about trauma today, and first things first, we're going to talk about pain towards myself that I have personally went through, and just areas in my life that I worked out of and was able to grow from with God. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys do like my content, consider leaving a like. It really helps out the algorithm. I do have a goal of hitting 500 subscribers by the end of this year. So if right now you're watching this, please let me know in the comments below how many subs I have so far. All right, this is 2026. Hope you guys are ready for this one. So let's get started. There's a season of my life where I felt I wasn't fighting other people. I was fighting myself. Every painful memory, every betrayal, every failure became evidence that I wasn't enough. I wasn't ever going to be good enough. I allowed yesterday's wounds to write tomorrow's stories, but God never intended trauma to become my true identity. I want to share with you today what has helped me stop surviving in my pain and start healing from it. So this is going to be a little bit more intense than others. I hope you guys are ready for this one, and we're going to be right back. All right, guys. So we are going to go over the first bullet point for today, and that's going to be trauma makes you believe lies. Trauma can convince you that you'll never change. Pain will make you believe that you're broken forever and you will always be broken. God begins healing by changing the way that you think, not the way that you feel. In Romans 12:2 it says, "Do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by renewing of your mind." When we talk about renewing of your mind, it's talking about finally letting go, finally forgiving yourself for what you went through. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, right? But when you look at it at a way of, I have been beating myself up so much because of what I went through, because of someone else hurting me. That other person probably has no idea of what is even going on in my life, and they probably don't even care 2 cents to. So when you start reflecting and renewing your mind, you're starting to realize I'm hurting myself so much for something that happened so long ago, and I can't grow from it because I keep thinking about it. Well, God is helping you in a way that's making you stronger every single day. So if you're able to have a good job, if you're able to have a good family, if you're able to have a good physique, why aren't you allowed to have a good mindset? It all starts with your mind. Your mind is your biggest enemy because you're always going to be battling it. I want to be better than the person that I was thinking about myself yesterday. And it's always going to be like that, but it doesn't mean that you have to stay stuck. I didn't learn this growing up, but I can teach myself this, and I can teach my kids this. I don't want them to learn from my grandparents, my great grandparents. I want them to learn from me. That generation wasn't okay, and I didn't get a chance to learn from it, but I got stuck with it. So now I'm growing from it. And now I'm teaching my kids that you don't have to grow from it. You can start where I left off. You can start by learning how to work on yourself now, change your mindset, follow God first, have your foundation there. Pain destroyed a lot of years of my life, and I'm still young. I'm only 30 years old, and that's the crazy part. You can still do this no matter how old you are. All right, now that second bullet point for today is going to be God doesn't waste your pain. Your past doesn't have the final word. God has used your deepest wounds to build your greatest testimonies. Healing begins when you stop living like a victim and start trusting God with your full story, not part of it, not the part where you got a good job, not the part where you helped someone, the part that's your true story. In Genesis 50:20 it says, "You intend to harm me no more. God intended it to be for good." Pain is always going to be there. Pain is always something that we're going to remember, and we're always going to have flashbacks of it. But it's not going to define your future anymore. Starting from today, moving forward, you are going to not allow pain to define who you are, but you're going to allow it to heal not just yourself, but people around you. You're going to build a community in your life that is going to be around healing people because you know what it feels like to be hurt, to be in pain. I have been there. I have done it. I have done the opposite where I have hurt people because I was hurt. I have done it all. I am not saying this because I want to just show off. No, I'm literally saying this because I have personally went through it. But if I know that I went through it and God healed me from it, then He can do the same thing for you. I need you to believe in God as much as you believe in the world. And as much as you believe in your car taking you to work, as much as you believe in that plane taking you to where you need to go to, as much as you believe in the simple things of just your lights being on. You have that much trust in those things, have that much trust in God. And I'm telling you, little steps will get you there. But it all starts with you. I hope that you guys are enjoying this video because it really does take a lot out of me sometimes when I have to talk about certain things. But I know when I talk about the uncomfortable, that's when we all start growing. Because if I don't talk about it, someone else is out there wondering, will I ever get better? We're gonna finish up here for today. So let's just finish up for today, okay? Your trauma explains what happened to you, but it doesn't get to decide who you become. Healing doesn't happen overnight, but every step towards God is a step away from the chains of your past. If He can restore me, then He can restore you. From experience, I know what it feels like to be hurt. I know what it feels like to hurt myself because I don't feel like I deserve it. But you are called by Him. You are loved by Him and you are worthy. He built the entire universe and He said, I want you in it. Think about it. The entire universe in 7 days and said, I can do all this in 7 days, but I need 9 months to make you. You know how much it hurts to realize that you are so valuable in His eyes and that you have been hurting yourself? You were disrespecting God when you put yourself down because He cares that much about you. He cares as much as you, every single tear that falls out of your face. He cares that much about you. I hope you guys have a blessed day. God bless you guys so much. If you ever need to reach out, my links are in my bio. And I will see you in the next one.